Greetings, my friends, and welcome back to Ghost Gate. I've never been here before, only in passing, really, so... The Buoyant Armigers like to hang out here, and boy, they love their glass armor. As you'll soon see, there's a lot of nice things here to be stolen, if you're into that. Hello, Ordinator. Hello, Wake. The Archcanon has announced that Lord Vivec has selected you as a champion of the temple in the war against Dagoth Ur in the 6th house. I'm very happy, and I will pray for you and your success. Now, can I help you? Are you looking for someone in particular? The Ordinators are in the Tower of Dawn. Okay. The Buoyant Armigers are in the Tower of Dusk. Okay, I'm looking for them. The light-hearted Buoyant Armigers are rivals of the more solemn Ordinators in service to the temple. Oh, really? Crater Citadels. What are these? The only approach to the Crater Citadels is up Foyada Esanudan from Fort Moonmouth through the Ghost Fence at the Fortress of Ghost Gate. Okay, that's where I'm at right now. Thank you. The Crater Citadels. What's there? Let's read my notes. I need to read these notes. Dagoth Ur's plans. Let's see what he's up to, and then we'll see how we can approach him. The following documents were prepared by the temple scholars and agents of the Inquisition for Lord Vivec. From interrogation of captured sleepers and other 6th house cultists, from study of manuscripts written by cultists and victims of dream-induced mania, from interviews with Lord Vivec concerning historical campaigns against Red Mountain, and from broad conjectures and inferences made upon these materials, this is our best estimate of Dagoth Ur's motivations and objectives in this most recent phase of his war upon Morrowind. Ooh. Basic objectives. 1. Establish a theocracy in Morrowind based on the worship of the newborn god Akulakhan, Second Numidium, to be created by Dagoth Ur from the Heart of Lorkhan in a body constructed according to the principles and rituals pioneered by the Dunmer Kagrenac. Established the ancient heirs of House Dagoth as the god priests of Akulakhan, and the 6th house of Dagoth Ur as the dominant political power in Morrowind. Through charismatic conversion, unite the Dunmer under the guidance of Dagoth Ur to battle against the foreign animals who hold Morrowind in subjection. Note, Dagoth Ur has apparently adopted the views and motivations of the Dunmer Highcraft Lord Kagrenac. Really? In effect, he recapitulates the ancient blasphemous folly of the Dunmer. Huh. Now, they were both apparently present at the Battle of Red Mountain. Well, according to some, the Dunmer were gone before any of that happened. But I wonder if it's possible for both of Vorin Dagoth and Lord Kagrenac to have been assimilated into a single being, perhaps also corrupted by the Heart of Lorkhan, and create this new entity known as Dagoth Ur. That's complete speculation on my part. 2. Expose the false worship of the tribunal and destroy the ecclesiastical authority and political power of the temple. How much the dissident priests or the cult of the Nerevarine may be controlled or influenced by the 6th house in this regard is open to speculation. 3. Extirpate all remaining individuals of inferior and Mongol races from Morrowind. Now you see what I'm talking about when you need like a dictionary when you're playing Morrowind sometimes? Because like you get words like ecclesiastical and extirpate. But in this case, the writers were very smart because they put them in a context where you can infer what they mean. Here, extirpate means, you know, get them the fuck out. You know, drive the Empire from Morrowind. That's what it sounds like to me. Extirpate, or, you know, remove, forcefully, exterminate, something like that. Recover ancient territories stolen by Skyrim and Argonia. Extend the worship of Akulakhan to all nations of Tamriel through subversion and conquest. Plans to establish and expand the 6th house. Phase 1. Secure Red Mountain against tribunal intruders. Deny tribunal access to the heart, weakening the temple while securing Red Mountain for the creation of Akulakhan. Keep the construction of Second Numidium a secret. Okay, they've already succeeded in doing this. That's why the tribunal's power wanes, because they don't have access to the Heart of Lorkhan, which is the source of their powers as well as Dagoth Ur's powers. This we know. Phase 2. Create passive servants in ever-widening circles around Red Mountain by broadcasting compulsions couched in dream imagery to susceptible subjects in their sleep. This has already been done. We have the Dreamers. We have the Soul Sickness that's been spread through the Blight Storms all around the land. We've already seen lots of this. All the Sleepers and the Dreamers. Establish a major operational base at Kagrenac for further operations in the Ash Wastes. Yep, they did that, but I took them out. Establish smaller bases near small port villages, like Ilunibi, and in lower-class waterfront districts in Vivec. Lower-class waterfront districts, like St. Olms and St. Delin. Now, this I haven't heard of or seen before. That might be worth checking out. Infiltrate and subvert smuggling syndicates. Recruit willing followers from disaffected populations, including the underworld, the poor, and rabid anti-imperial activists. Oh, you mean like the Kumonatong? Check, they did that. Phase 3. Expand from smaller bases to other towns and villages and recruit from and indoctrinate subjects made susceptible by dream sendings. Occupy abandoned towers and ruins and train corrupt cultists as raiders and irregular troops. Identify, discredit, and decimate possible sources of political resistance. Interestingly enough, I think they've already began doing that. Use assassination and terror to weaken, distract, and disrupt the legions and the imperial bureaucracy along with their Halalu sympathizers. Inspire popular uprisings of the native poor against the foreign rich and powerful. Summon sleepers and dreamers to Dagoth Ur to work on Second Numidium. For all I know, that could already be complete. I don't even know. Inferring Dagoth Ur's perspectives. So now we're getting into a more interesting part, I think. Dagoth Ur thinks on a large time scale, for the most part, in the outside of time scale of the divine consciousness. Like Vivec. He thinks that only obstacles of mythic scale are worth consideration. He believes he is fated to rule Morrowind, to free it of the Empire, and to become the new hard-loving father of Morrowind. Given that perspective, the only opposing forces Dagoth Ur worries about are the Tribunal, the Daedra, the Emperor, and the Incarnate. That would be me. He rightfully fears me. With the Tribunal's loss of Sunder and Keening, and with the diminishing resources of Vivec, Almalexia, and Sotha Sil, Dagoth Ur believes he has permanently gained a decisive strategic advantage. On a mortal timescale, the battle may last for centuries, but the outcome is not in doubt, and Akulakhan may be a device for dramatically reducing the timescale for a decisive victory. The myth of dynamic invincibility of the Emperor and the Empire has long been an unquantifiable and intimidating threat, but recent rumors of unrest in Cyrodiil, of the Emperor's failing health, and the unsettling question of the succession have diminished the scale of that threat. Nonetheless, the revelation that the Nerevarine is a pawn of the Imperial intelligence, handpicked and sent to Morrowind by the Emperor himself, may cause Dagoth Ur considerable anxiety. I don't know if a god can even experience anxiety, but I get what it means. The Daedra represent no coherent obstacle to Dagoth Ur. Nonetheless, their personal abilities and their influence upon the fanatic followers is considerable, their motives and actions obscure, and Dagoth Ur remains concerned about them. The Incarnate represents Saint Nerevar, a mythic force that has previously defeated Dagoth Ur, and Dagoth Ur is obsessed with this threat. At the same time, he knew Nerevar personally, knew that he was a mortal man, with faults and weaknesses. Dagoth Ur may have some hope of seducing or negotiating with Nerevar's reincarnation. Further, when Nerevar and the Tribunal defeated Dagoth Ur, they were strong and allied. Now the Nerevarine and the Tribunal are weak, opposed, and divided. Therefore, though the Nerevarine and the Tribunal represent the most serious threat to Dagoth Ur's plans, he still has good reason to believe that this time he will prevail. I will. A recent timescale of Dagoth Ur's activities. Much of the following timescale is based on inference from incomplete information. Okay. Second Era, 882. Dagoth Ur and his kin lie dreaming beneath the sills of Red Mountain. This is a long time ago. Second Era, 882. Dagoth Ur and his ash vampires awake, refreshed, and emerge from Lower Red Mountain into the Heart Chamber. Dagoth Ur ritually binds himself and his brethren as Heart Wights in a ritual of his own devising. Binds himself and his brethren as Heart Wights. So they are all somehow connected. He must know what they know, as if they're all some sort of connected hive mind. Do you know what I'm saying? He speaks through them, he sees through them. What they know, he knows. So he's ready for me already. He knows I'm here. He knows I'm coming. First stages of the construction of Second Numidium, conceived during the long sleep, are begun by heart bites and Kagrenac constructs in a chamber near the Heart of Lorkhan. Keeping the Second Numidium project a secret from the Tribunal is a high priority. This is all in the same year, looks like. Yeah, Second Era 882. Well, he didn't lie dreaming under there for very long, apparently. The Tribunal arrive at Red Mountain for their annual ritual bathing in the Heart's power. Aha. Okay, so this is why their power is waning, because they haven't been able to return in order to do this ritual. Dagoth Ur and Ash Vampires ambush them. The Tribunes are driven away and prevented from restoring themselves with Kagrenac's tools at the Heart of Lorkhan. They were... Oh, it seems the Tribunal was in possession of the tools at that point in time, but they must have been reclaimed by the 6th House at one point. Probably this point. Because, well, you know, they have them now, and, well, I have Sunder now. I got it from them, though. Second Era 882 to Third Era 417. That's a long time. Intermittent Tribunal campaigns assault on Red Mountain. The Tribunal and supporting... Wait, what? The Tribunal and supporting forces seek to force access to the Heart Chamber, but are repeatedly driven back. Dagoth Ur recruits sleepers and dreamers through dream sendings. Cultists are recruited through dream compulsion. Weaker cultists become the corpus beasts. Stronger cultists advance through stages towards the powers of the ascended sleepers. Yes, it is clear that a dreamer becomes an Ash zombie, and an Ash slave, and an Ash ghoul, and a Dagoth, and eventually an ascended sleeper of some sort. They get their powers through corpus disease or something like that. Third Era 400. Kagrenac reoccupied by Dagoth Ur and fortified as an advanced base for 6th House operations. Blight storms more frequent and widespread. Soul sickness spreads in regions close to Red Mountain, such as Margon and Alderun. Third Era 410. 6th House bases found near Narmak and in waterfront areas of Vivec. 6th House operatives exploit smuggler organizations and communications to spread their influence among victims unbalanced by Dagoth Ur's dream sendings. Okay then. 5 years later, small cells of 6th House cultists in every town in Vardenfell. Larger 6th House operations are concealed in remote dungeons, where creatures are bred and cultists are trained for the coming struggle. Almalexia and... Okay, 2 years later, Almalexia and Sothasil lose the artifacts Keening and Sunder to Dagoth Odros. Okay, so it's much later that they lost them. Odros and Vemin. Vivec rescues Almalexia and Sothasil, but failing to recover Keening and Sunder. The Tribunal retreat from Red Mountain in disorder. Surviving Buoyant Armiger companions know the Tribunal was forced to retreat, but do not know how serious a reversal the Tribunal has suffered. The 3 Tribunes return to their respective capitals and continue to perform their ritual functions. The Tribunes continue to grow weaker without access to the Heart, and because of resources required to support the Ghost Fence. The inner circle of the Temple Priesthood has begun to suspect the Tribunes have suffered seriously from wounds and demoralization in the wake of reverses at Red Mountain, but do not recognize the scale of the problem. Third Era 426, 427. Campaign of 6th House assassinations of prominent Imperial citizens and Hlalu Imperial sympathizers. Sudden increase in number and seriousness of attacks by cultists and victims deranged by soul sickness. Oh man, this is a long note. And finally, noted with concern. 1. Dagoth Ur can apparently perceive and communicate directly through his cultists. Aha, I knew it. I've been saying it all along. Sleepers and dreamers are often reported speaking as though with Dagoth Ur's voice and intention. Right, they all share a consciousness. 2. Little is known about the features, scale, or stage of completion of Akulakhan, Second Numidium. No one has gained entrance to the Heart Chamber since Second Era 282. In Third Era 417, Keening and Sunder were captured and may substantially aid in Akulakhan's construction. I'm sure they did, but not for much longer. It may be too late. I hope not. Jesus, this is a lot to take in. This is a lot to take in. And I still have to read... what is it? The plan to defeat Dagoth Ur. Alright. Oh.
3 gods, 1 true faith.
Yeah, you wish, buddy. You wish.
May I help you, Outlander?
Oh, man. Let's see if anybody can tell me about anything before I read the other note. Just kind of break up the tasks at hand because, man. Sure is a lot.
I am never too busy for a good talk.
Oh, hello. Hey, you're a person with a name. They don't have much information. I guess we'll have to go over to the Tower of Dusk. What is it? Yeah, this is Dawn. I gotta go over to the Tower of Dusk to speak with the Buoyant Armigers about what comes next. Jeez, I might have to make this its own video. I was expecting to go back out there today, but the hell is a...
Yes?
Hello, Wolf. That's me. This is a hell of a place. Why are you here? I am the Neverrain and I go to confront Dagoth Ur in his citadel. What a piece of luck. Look, I am an old Legion veteran. As old as the poor old Emperor. Bless his soul. I am too old for campaigning. I came this far to look at hell, but I can't go any farther than this. I'd take it kindly if you'd carry this old lucky coin with you when you go to Dagoth Ur. Sort of a token of the tough young hero I used to be. Would you do that for an old man? What the hell? Oh, you just want me to take your coin? I thought you wanted me to take you with me. Okay, so... yeah, sure. You reminded me of a friend. I'll take your lucky coin to Dagoth Ur, sure. That's very kind of you. Here's the coin. I've had it with me a long time, and it's always brought me luck. But I have no more use for it, and I'd like to pass it on to somebody younger. Somebody going places I can't go anymore. Your generation's shaper of history. An engine of destiny. That coin will bring you luck on the mountain, I promise. For the Emperor and Empire, as we say in the Legions. Go with Kinnereth. Thank you, Wolf. Thank you. What the hell? Old man's lucky coin. Sure. Interesting. That's cool. I didn't know about that.
How do you do?
Well, let's read this next note. I'll quick save. Alright. The plan to defeat Dagoth Ur. For the past 20 years, the Tribunal have tried unsuccessfully to execute this plan. However, we failed because we were required to stage an assault and simultaneously maintain the ghost fence to prevent the threatened large-scale breakout of Dagoth Ur's blighted hosts. Full stop. Alright, so I have to interject something here because I just had a thought. I questioned earlier Vivec's ability to confront Dagoth Ur, given that he is a god, but I get this pretty much explains it. They have to maintain the ghost fence, and since they haven't been able to quote-unquote bathe in the power of their heart to restore their divine powers, that might explain that little question that I had there. Alright, so continuing. With the Neverrain leading the assault and the Tribunal free to devote their full energies to maintaining the ghost fence, this plan has a greater chance of success. Bingo! Unfortunately, however, the loss of the artifact Sunder and Keening and the recent increase in Dagoth Ur's strength poses new problems for the execution of the plan. Therefore, our proposed plan has the following 5 phases. 1. A series of aggressive raids to scout inside the ghost fence. 2. A series of aggressive raids to neutralize Dagoth Ur's ash vampire kin, I'm already on it, and recover the artifacts from the bodies of his kin. 3. An assault of Gate Citadel Vemenal to neutralize Dagoth Vemen and recover the artifact Hammer Sunder. Got it? And 4. An assault of Gate Citadel Odrasal to neutralize Dagoth Odros and recover Keening. 5. An assault of Citadel Dagoth with the artifacts Wraith Guard, Sunder, and Keening to sever Dagoth Ur's connection to the Heart of Lorkhan and thus to destroy Dagoth Ur. Phase 1. Raids inside the ghost fence. The Tribunal Ordinators and Buoyant Armigers are familiar with the terrain and will provide maps and current intelligence reports. The region inside the ghost fence is dangerous. Yeah, no kidding. And the Neverrain will need to be familiar with its particular challenges. After measuring skills and resources against Dagoth Ur's defenses, the Neverrain will know better how to pace a campaign. alternating raids with improving skills, getting better equipment, and stockpiling resources. Phase 2. Raids upon Ash Vampire Citadels. Dagoth Ur's kin have become markedly more powerful in recent decades after remaining stable for thousands of years. If they can be individually isolated and destroyed, they will not be able to support Dagoth Ur in later stages of the war. It may also be that the dramatic increase in their power comes from items enchanted by Dagoth Ur. Salvage of such items might contribute to our resources. Assault on Gate Citadel Vemenal. I've already done this, but essential to recover the artifact Hammer Sunder for Phase 5. Dagoth Vemen has Sunder and probably seeks to discover the secrets of its enchantments. He may also have access to notebooks and journals of Kagrenac. Got it. Phase 4. Assault on Gate Citadel Odrosol. Essential to recover Keening. Dagoth Odros has possession of Keening, probably seeks to discover secrets. He may also have access to notebooks and journals of Kagrenac. Really? Wait a minute. I didn't see any notebooks or journals of Kagrenac inside this particular... I didn't see it inside Vemenal. I got it in Andusal instead. That's where I was. I may have missed something over there, but I didn't see anything. I walked around. 5. Assault on Citadel Dagoth. All the previous stages are preparations for this stage. Recent expeditions show that Citadel Dagoth has undergone extensive expansion. The location will need to be explored carefully. The known route to the Heart Chamber will be well defended. Alternative routes may exist. Dagoth Ur will have anticipated our plan to destroy him by attacking the Heart, and he will most certainly personally oppose approach to the Heart Chamber. Together, the Tribunal could not defeat him, and he has grown stronger since then. Admittedly, the Tribunal had the distraction of maintaining the Ghost Fence simultaneously with fighting Dagoth Ur, but even so, the challenge seems daunting. The adoption of this phased campaign seems to offer the best chances for success. In retrospect, the Tribunal's decision to directly assault Citadel Dagoth, rather than proceed step by step through lesser objectives, must be seen to have been a serious error. The Tribunal did not feel it had the option of a slow-paced and deliberate campaign, given that they had many other competing priorities, not the least of which was the maintenance of the Ghost Fence and the outer defenses surrounding Red Mountain. The Nerevarine, on the other hand, should be best served by a careful step-by-step advance, with the additional advantage of building confidence along the way, while successes would undermine Dagoth Ur's own assurance in his own defenses. Makes a lot of sense. Alright, here's the important part that I need to memorize. Employing Kagrenac's tools against Dagoth Ur. The source of Dagoth Ur's supernatural power is the Heart of Lorkhan. The Heart is also the source of Tribunal's divine powers. During mythic times, the gods took and hid Lorkhan's heart beneath Red Mountain as a punishment for creating the mortal plane. The Dunmer discovered the heart while building underground colonies. High Craft Lord Kagrenac created enchanted tools intended to tap the power of the heart. The War of the First Council was fought to prevent this sacrilege. Kagrenac's use of these tools and the disappearance of the Dunmer race were marked the end of the war. Kagrenac's tools were recovered by Lord Nerevar and Dagoth Ur. Dagoth Ur was left to guard the tools while Nerevar came to consult with us, his advisors. In Nerevar's absence, Dagoth Ur experimented with tools upon the heart and was corrupted. We returned to discover a deranged Dagoth Ur who refused to turn over the tools. When he attacked us, we drove him away. Yeah, that was mostly me, you guys. Just saying, Nerevar did it. While we left Red Mountain with the tools and subsequently Solthasil discovered their secrets, collectively we used the tools to establish a connection with the heart, enabling ourselves to transform our mortal natures. Thus we became the Tribunal. Dagoth Ur had survived our attacks and without the tools in a manner not well understood. Dagoth Ur also managed to establish a connection with the heart and to transform himself into an immortal being. Our plan to destroy Dagoth Ur also runs the risk of destroying the Tribunal. The plan is to permanently disrupt Kagrenac's enchantments upon the heart, severing the connections with Dagoth Ur and ourselves, and rendering us all at once again mortal. A mortal Dagoth Ur may then be destroyed by mundane means. The loss of godhood and the possible death of the Tribunal are judged a necessary risk and sacrifice. The normal procedure for establishing connection with the heart is a 3-step process. Alright, here we go. The wearer of the Wraithguard strikes the heart with the hammer Sunder, causing the heart to produce a pure tone. Then the wearer of the Wraithguard strikes the heart with the blade Keening, shattering the pure tone into prisms of tone shades. These tone shades are then imprinted upon the substance of the wearer of Wraithguard, giving him an immortal and divine nature. The Nerevarine will not be taught the secret rituals required to perform the third step. Instead, the Nerevarine will strike the heart with keening for a second time, causing its tones to diverge into unstable patterns of interference. Further repeated strikes with keening will further disrupt the tones, with the ultimate result of shattering and dispelling Kagrenac's original enchantments binding the heart, thereby severing the heart's links with Dagoth Ur and with any surviving heart wights, and with the Tribunal. Destroying Kagrenac's enchantments on the heart will also stop the corrupt effusion of the heart's divine power and end the blight on Morrowind. Okay, so I have to disrupt the heart, hit it once with Sunder, and it seems I need to hit it 3 times with keening. Further repeated strikes. I'm pretty sure that's what Vivec said too when we had our little conversation. The Nerevarine may be tempted to steal the power of the heart. Dagoth Ur and Salthasil alone know this secret. Dagoth Ur may, in extremity, propose to teach the Nerevarine to use the tools to become a god. We doubt that the Nerevarine is fool enough to trust him, and are content to take the risk. Be warned, the Nerevarine cannot safely equip either Sunder or Keening unless wearing Wraithguard. The Nerevarine will be injured every moment while holding either of these artifacts unless protected by the Wraithguard. Persistence will be rewarded with death. If Nerevarine can equip an item while not wearing Wraithguard and receive no injury, the item is counterfeit. Oh yeah, I remember there are some fake ones floating around out there somewhere, I don't know where. One last note, Dagoth Ur must not get hold of Wraithguard. The Nerevarine must prepare and use a recall or arm CV if there is any risk of death or capture. The element of surprise. Dagoth Ur will not expect you to destroy Kagrenac's enchantments on the heart. He does not know it is possible. He would not do it himself, and he knows we have never tried it. He will not believe anyone would want to sacrifice the promise of such power. Further advancement in House Dagoth, as in all great houses, is by challenge and confrontation within the hierarchy. The Nerevarine's challenges and defeats of Ash Vampires and battles with the Sixth House will be viewed in that light. Dagoth Ur and his kin may assume the Nerevarine's ambition is to control the heart. Given that assumption, it is only reasonable that the Nerevarine would try to defeat each of Dagoth Ur's subordinates in turn, working up to Dagoth Ur. If the Nerevarine can defeat Dagoth Ur and control the heart, so much the better. But logically, the Nerevarine would wish to rise as high in the hierarchy as possible before cutting a deal with the head of the house. So in my attempt to destroy all of the Ash Vampires, it would seem that I am appealing to Dagoth Ur's misconception that I wish to control the heart. In short, that's what I'm getting from this. Dagoth Ur should try to recruit the Nerevarine into House Dagoth. It may be possible to pretend to join him, then betray him. However, any attempt to deceive him will be very risky. House Dagoth has a tradition of subterfuge and treachery, and because he is a deceiver, he will expect deception. Closing remarks. We place no compulsion upon the Nerevarine to adhere to the plans described here. We believe that they offer the best chance of destroying Dagoth Ur, but we have also chosen to place our trust in the Nerevarines' judgment and skill. Frankly, we see no alternative. If there are doubts or questions, speak with Vivec. He has agreed to serve as the Nerevarines' guide and counselor for this campaign. We've spoken, so no need for that. It may be that the Nerevarine succeeds, the Tribunal will not survive. Such sentiments as might have been expressed to the Tribunal should, in that case, be addressed to the land and the people of Morrowind. May the happy convergence of fortune and prayer meet in our destiny. On behalf of Lady Almalexia and Lord Salthasil, Vivec. That was a lot of reading. But it was worth it. We needed to know all of that. And I have a much better understanding of the whole situation. At least I think I do. I don't know. Gotta let that information settle into my brain. Yeah. So let's talk with some Buoyant Armigers. Excuse me. Hello.
Yes, Outlander. How do you do?
What do you know? 5 ancient Dunmer citadels in the crater are occupied by Dagoth Ur and his Ash Vampire kin. Okay, I've been through 2 of them. Feminal and Endusal. That's a tidbit. What do you know about Wolf? Nobody liked that up here before, but I don't remember. Could be wrong. Okay, whatever.
What an unexpected surprise. Please, go ahead, Outlander.
The ancient Dunmer citadels on Red Mountain are no longer known by their Dunmer names, but now take the names of their Dagoth lords. Endusal, Odrusal, Veminal, Trainulal, and Dagoth Ur. Oh, okay. So I got 2 down. There's 2 other ones. Trainulal, and Androsal. Ah. Anything else? Anything else? I've seen that one before.
Walk with virtue, Outlander.
I bet these guys know a little bit more. Greater Citadels? No.
Yes, Outlander.
This guy's got to know something. Oh, he's got
May
a
I
Daedric
help you,
helm.
Outlander?
Oh, you're a woman. I'm sorry. My bad. Specific place doesn't reveal anything within Red Mountain region. Got any maps? There's a sermon here. Spear skill. The Hope of Redron. 15 and 14 are here. Let's take note on that.
Please, go ahead, Outlander.
I have like a list of a running list of where I find all of the sermons just for you know, just for reference. Oh, what's in there? Well, so far I haven't gotten much helpful information, just little tidbits really. I'm missing... Oh, there's another downstairs area. Jeez, it's already been 30 minutes and all I've been doing is reading. Definitely gonna have to make another video before I head outside and back into the fray. Oh man, does anybody know anything about what's in there? Red Mountain. Hmm.
3 blessings to you, Outlander. This is a pleasure.
Red Mountain? No.
3 blessings to you, Outlander.
3 blessings, everybody.
This is a
This guy's got a Daedric helmet too. Yeah, apparently... I don't know what the hell to ask, really. It doesn't seem like there's... Inside the ghost fence? Aha! That's what I want to know. All our intelligence is old. No one has ventured far inside the fence for years. This map shows the location of the citadels of various ash vampires. 6th house creatures have become more numerous and powerful, and the most powerful can conjure powerful Daedra. Aha, that's why there's Daedra around. Until recently, we've been able to clear routes and keep them clean with raids, but no longer. There are no safe refuges or services inside the fence. You must return here to rest and heal. I should make a mark over here. That's a good idea. Thank you for the map. The Buoyant Armigers told me that. Okay. It's an exact copy of what he just said. I bet that's for the quest Citadels of the 6th house. Yes. All right. Let's check out that map. Map. What that map? Map of Red Mountain. Bebenal, northwest. Terrainolal, northeast. Dagoth Ur center. Undisal, southwest. Okay, so I got the western ones, so I have to go to the eastern ones later. This is just a map of Morrowind. I'm just saying. At least it tells me, like, their location, sort of.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
What about you? Do you know anything? Greater Citadels? Inside the fence? Nope, same thing. I guess that's it. Well, it won't hurt. Oh. To ask any more people inside the fence, maybe? No, only a few. Only like the ballin' looking dudes know about it. Oh, this guy's got lots of glass stuff that you can steal if you're crafty enough. It's only him in here.
Outlander. How may I be of service?
Yes, I think that's it. What do you got to barter, friend? You've got some repair hammers and stuff. I don't need them, per se. I'm good. Thank you, though. How do I get out of here? Gotta go around. Wait a minute. Oh, nope. Exit is... Oh, over there. Okay. Alright. Shit, man. I'm already being attacked? Of course. Ah! There's two of them! Motherfuckers, man. Fuck off. Ah! I missed my passage. Get out of here. I said get out of here. Ah! Enough of you. Away with you. Murder him, ring, please. Murder him. Out of here. Ah, okay. Hello again. Alright. So now that we're all caught up on what's what, we're all filled in. We've got all the information we need. I'm gonna assault the next two citadels in the next video. Odrosal and the Terrainal. Ah, there it is. There, I marked on my map. Sweet. Ah, now what? Fucking treacherous out here, man. But yeah. Join me next time when we continue our campaign against the Ash Vampires. Until then, take care, my friends.